My transmission cooler went pop on race day, and I'll give you an idea. You can see it's leaking out of there. There's a hole in it somewhere. This is just from Amazon, so either that's the issue, or here's a look where the trans cooler is usually mounted. I've cut out the bumper to make it fit. It's mounted to a tab right there. You can see with the empty hole, screw hole, bolt hole, and there, and then it mounts onto the frame right where those two screws are. So one of my theories is that the core support where the two tabs are has bushings on it and is flexible, has some flex to it. The bumper, however, where the other two tabs are bolted, is mounted right to the frame. So I think in some regard it didn't potentially allow it to move flex, or it was flexing and moving differently, and then maybe just torqued it enough to crack a seam, a weld, whatever it was in there, and then pop goes a weasel. So here is my new plan. I bought these rubber washers. They're fairly stiff, but what I'm thinking is I'm going to drill out these holes a little bit bigger to give this bolt a little bit more room to move. And then on this side, a rubber washer, and then on the other side, a rubber washer. And then with that bigger hole, maybe allow that just to flex and move enough if it needs to, along with that core support. And maybe that was potentially why it popped. But I'm gonna try this, and hopefully I can even fit these in there. It was pretty tight last time. I had just another new cooler sitting around. So I'm gonna get to work. Alrighty, old cooler tabs, new cooler tabs, swap the fittings. Let's install it and see. I'll drill out those holes first and install it, and we'll see if this all comes together easy peasy. Okay, it's all in there. Bolted in. This this cooler, for some reason, fit a lot more snug than my other one. So hopefully you can see this. Sorry for the noise, but this one bolt hole that's right here, I just left it out. It's really hard to get in. I couldn't find an extra one. I tried to drill it out a little more, but then I was thinking, if this is under a lot of flex, just having one less bolt in there might allow it to flex a little bit, and then maybe it doesn't go pop again. I also had this ducting running in here. This is what it looks like. Basically, these front two would sit catching air in from this little slit in the bumper. That little slit right there. It would catch air with the front of these, and then the bottoms would sit right on this cooler. I know, I've never really liked them. They're super ugly. So I'm just gonna run it without and see how it does, see how it goes. I don't know how much air they actually put through there at any one time, but then I flick on the fan whenever I need it. So it just looks cleaner too. But next thing is to hook up the lines. I'll do a little test and make sure the fan is working. And that's it, that's all. Then we'll go for a test drive, make sure it all works right. Job done.